This is Bill Stahl, CEO of ThinkSheet Inc. Welcome to this episode in our ThinkSheet, the Real World, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow series entitled Quantifying the Qualitative, featuring ThinkSheet's solution to the huge qualitative modeling problem. Despite the fact that qualitative factors usually drive relative value, they are not modeled because, unlike numbers, they are communicated in diverse ways. Professionals communicate in symbolic language, like B.1.617.2 for the COVID Delta variant. Analogies like the iPhone analogy for ThinkSheet and 5G, AI, cloud, blockchain, and crypto for technologies, making them apples and oranges for comparison purposes, and creating the why problem, i.e., if you can't quantify the qualitative, you can't model your complete thought process. Professionals and experts also communicate graphically. A picture is worth 1,000 words, like book covers, photos, and maps, and books, brands, concepts, videos, and documentaries, all unmodeled. ThinkSheet solves the qualitative modeling problem by enabling users to communicate and score their judgments in reusable modules. They communicate their judgments and then assign a score between 1 for the most positive and -1 for the most negative, using ThinkSheet's common measurement system, making all judgments apples to apples for comparison purposes. This is the first example of a user module. Country comparison, China, US, and EU. Scenario, China hard landing. The qualitative metric is catalyst. User judgment for the US is semiconductor leader with 100% score. China, battery leader at 50, and EU, tech and energy dependence, -100. Once the user assigns a score, ThinkSheet knows the relative meaning and impact of each catalyst. This risk module combines 3 risks with 8 choices and scores using codes to save space. The EU is -100 because it has all 3 risks. We're keeping this interview short, so don't worry if you don't fully understand any of the examples. Numerous examples for you to see in the other introductory playlist, as well as in the 200+ model library. This is an X Factor module comparing Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple with a subjective set of scenarios, judgments, and scores. You can also use maps, like China's Belt and Road Project, to compare its impact on China, the US, and the EU, and new technologies like OpenAI impact on Microsoft, Google, and Apple competition. Now, the judgments are all apples to apples and can be synthesized with numerical data into ThinkSheet models, and users can see the reasons for their answers, solving the why problem. In conclusion, users can quantify the qualitative using virtually any form of communication, and the models can be searched, reused, modified, and recombined with other modules to create new models whenever relevant. We will now show you the revolutionary impact of quantifying the qualitative on decision-making and collaboration, including artificial intelligence.